When I was a child, between the ages of 11 and 15, I was playing football with Manchester City junior teams at the time, and my coach at the time, who's named Barry Bennell, seriously sexually abused me over a prolonged period of 4 years, virtually every weekend, every school holiday. My parents were taken in by him. He stayed at my house. He abused me in my own home with my parents next door. My parents had him for tea numerous times. They would drop me off at his home. I would know what was going to happen. So I'd got no words or vocabulary to speak up at that time. I was dying inside. I knew it was wrong, what was happening, but it's your first sexual experience. You'd never had sex before. You're confused. You don't want the bubble to burst. In terms of the football, it was a professional club, wonderful. The football was great, but what you had to put up with the other side of it obviously was horrific. I first came forward back in the 90s when he got arrested, and I told the police everything then, but I didn't at that time have the strength or stomach to go through the court process, so I declined to prosecute, if you like. I carried that as a secret until 2015 September, and I picked the phone up to Cheshire Police and I told them I want to make a formal complaint. But I didn't tell my bosses in Staffordshire. I was on my own, and I'd carried it for 30 odd years, so I thought I'll carry it again, it's only me. But it was only when Andrew Woodward, who's a friend of mine, who was a survivor with me at the time, went to the media, and it went ballistic. It went through the roof, and numerous other boys came forward. The pressure got too much for me because it was everywhere. It was all over the media, all over the press. It was the talk of the office, and little did they know I was at the centre of this and kind of started it off 12 months previous. So at that point I told my sergeant, and she asked me if I wanted the rest of the team to know, and I said yeah, because it's going to be out there, because I know how big this was going to get. And I've got to say the support has been immense from Staffordshire Police's. I'm getting quite emotional now because I feel so passionate about it. They supported me through the whole process, and they've looked after me, and even coming to court, home visits, occupational health stuff, counselling, it's all been offered, and they've been immense, so I can't thank them enough. Members of the public do think we're invincible and perhaps lacking in feelings. That is not the case. My experience, my colleagues, I can say I work with very professional, compassionate officers, and that's just not me giving you flannel, that is the truth, because I've seen it through day-to-day working, and we will support survivors and victims, and you cannot beat that face-to-face contact with that survivor to get that bond. And we're police officers, we're normal people, we've got feelings, and we've all got home lives, and we've all got things going on in our lives as well. Traumatic things have happened to police officers, of course, but we still get on and we want to do the best we can for the public.